able to defend it, and if, I'm very curious how he's gonna do it.
Alrighty, title should be updated. YouTube was bugging, should be ready now as well. Got them.
Take a look at the banks though. That's totally different.
Yeah. No bank for the human. I mean, he just invested into a lot, but so did Dise.
Yeah. I rather would say that this is telling us that he's super sharp in his build. Like if you are on 4 bases and have no bank, then you are macroing super well and do a lot of things right with Double Shredder. And yeah, we see, wow, nice. You're the best streamer, I guess. Catching every reveal here.
Yep, that was totally on purpose. I knew exactly that this would happen. It was no coincidence at all.
Wow, but look at the preparation by Dise. So he knows also exactly what's coming. I mean, he doesn't know whether it's gyros or tanks, so the defense is quite expensive as he goes for Ancient of Wars plus Ancient Protectors. So against gyros and against tanks, he is ready. And yeah, this is now interesting. Like, how good is this lane if you are well prepared like Dise seems to be at the moment? Also, Hippo Riders coming up. And a lot of towers against him, as with Loliad, we see in the production tab. So Inspired seems to be able to fortify his base as well, but also Dise.
Alright, we got 30 seconds and then the invisible wall disappears. We can go Talons, we got Keeper third, we got well-leveled Demon Hunter Panda, super fortified bases as you said, mostly at least. Right-hand side fortified, bottom, not so much. Inspired, goddamn, Inspired, so many towers everywhere. But yeah, still no bank, and he will not have an army when the wall disappears.
Yeah, you're totally right. 46 supply, no gold on 4 bases. So he invested heavily on macro production and defense. And Dise, a little bit more of a hybrid build, as he has 72 supply, but still some defense of his expansions. Let's take a look at top right. This is just a little bit of a distraction push by Inspired. And this is an interesting strategy. He is still in no upkeep. Okay, now he's producing and he decides to go for gyros first. They will be here the quickest. And actually there's no base defense for the natural and for the third for Dise. Or for the second, I guess. So yeah, he has an army, he has less defense. And let's see how this is now going. Panda.
Oh, Panda!
Staff was already used. Elf spiced 2 staffs.
Yep, that hurts, man. He had a lot of gold, no 2 staffs, and the Keeper falls as well. Inspired has no army, and he's owning the hero arena against Talons, against the Demon Hunter as well. Bear, we got a Chimera in now. Water Elementals might even be able to deal with that. It is a lot of damage now with the Fairy Fire, but the human has the staffs, the Night Elf does not. Amazing fight by Inspired.
This is crazy. 3 heroes against 3 heroes, plus the summon with Stomp was on Dice's side even. Oh, this doesn't look too good, because now, what is bottom right? There is something at this expansion.
Bottom right, that is Gyrocopters with Gyro Bombs.
Yeah, now there is no defense for Dice. And it's gonna be pretty much impossible for Dice to deal counter-aggression damage now. Oh, this game might already be a little bit decided. I'm not sure, it's Dise. It's 2.7k solo MMR, right? So he knows what he's doing.
We'll see, we'll see. Thank you, Rochenmann, for the 68 month. Yeah, we've seen crazy back and forths. Sometimes...
Oh, nice. He found a hole in Inspired's defense. That's important. And the Panda would be so important against the gyros, but he's in the altar still. And yeah, the Hippos can't counter this critical mass of gyros. Now Panda's back, steps in. Okay, so this is already okay-ish damage. I mean, there are so many gyros that the max unit targets for breath is also reached. But you can see it's not in a fire beds. You can repair properly with 5 wisps against that. And now, yeah, Inspired was a little bit late with the reaction, and as there is only the Panda there, he also gets decent XP. Demon Hunter 5.6. Okay, I guess I called this one way too early, it seems.
Yeah, before you rudely interrupted me, I wanted to make the point that in the past couple of days we've seen some crazy turnarounds, especially the Ina versus Ito one. Just sometimes it takes a little bit of a mistake, sometimes it takes one base down and then it starts a snowball. But yeah, Dise, true fighter, has ways to deal with the aggression of Inspired, and once again we see Gyrocopter's not the greatest unit overall. Little bit of a hero arena, but Demon Hunter should be safe. Also got a Doom Guard.
Okay, that's always helpful. And we also already see free upgrades for Inspired and only 1-1 for Dise. So that's also one advantage here. Tanks against the heaviest fortified expansion is not gonna do too much, I would say. So yeah, where does Inspired go from here? He has no other tech. Okay, he starts now the Priest upgrade. So he already transitions out a little bit of this.
Well. Hippo's pooled in the main for Dise. New expansion in on the right-hand side. Chimera's very good against buildings, of course. Can tear down expansions in seconds. And Inspired looks like, I don't know, he's just poking a tiny little bit and trying to create trouble with tanks. But yeah, he's constantly running into the most fortified position.
Yeah, exactly. And also keep in mind what we saw yesterday with Neutron versus Death Note. All these tanks and laming units, they will give a lot of XP to the Night Elf. And yeah, if you're stuck on these laming units and don't have hero levels, it's gonna be hard to do anything later on in this game. And so far he's still doing some damage. Now with the heroes, that's a nice addition and XP boost as he is able to take out wisps, and now also is gonna take out APs. Bottom right there is more damage, bottom left is more damage by, or counter attack by Dise.
Okay, mirrors to the towers. That's atypical. Maybe too distracted here. Dise has, of course, been in situations like this quite a bit in solo on Twisted Meadows or Shallow Grave, but...
Up with 3 now, even. Not sure if this was a misclick. But yeah, now Demon Hunter against the 3 heroes, while bottom left we see Gyros moving, I guess, and top left we see 2 additional expansions coming up for Inspired, so very nice macro here by Inspired. But of course also by Dise it's super stressful, and here we see he also got the north expansion. And the Panda, I'm not sure where he is. He needs to be where the Gyros are. And yeah, all these uprooting makes it so that Dise has only 100 gold in the bank.
Steph was on cooldown 20 seconds, so no chance in that regard. Inspired's macro looking clean. No Dise attack for quite a while, and if there was an attack, that was connected to losses. Archmage...
Yeah, something is moving top left, I think, from Dise. Or is it just a wisp? Yeah, I can't see it. Oh, it's Hippos. And yeah, that's no damage towards the expansions. And yeah, these expansions are now unfortified, I think, from Inspired in the top left. So Dise needs to apply some pressure. Now high upkeep for Inspired though. That's a lot of gold lost. But yeah, it looks a little bit overwhelmed here, Dise.
Sometimes map 1 is just a warm-up. We've seen that yesterday by Ina, who needed 1 series. And also, I guess, by Lawlight to really step it up to like the full potential. Dude, can I say 1 sentence without you interrupting me? God damn it! We got a town portal right away. Keeper, of course, great control. We got knights in it as well. Plus inner fire, of course, not the greatest for fighters as chimeras will be there. But again, a little donation by Dise.
Yeah, without a hero, these Gyros have no counter pretty much.
Yeah, this seems Dise lacking a little focus, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pressure that Inspired puts on. Good multi-point attacks. And I think if Dise goes north, this expansion has no defense.
Yep.
So this would also be juicy for him. And Dise still has a lot of expansions, 4 expansions. 5.9 Demon Hunter, but yeah, 5.8 Archmage as well.
Alright, I wonder if he's building some bears to attack solo. Oh, he has some bears already, but they're mostly busy with the tanks all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very hard, very annoying to deal with, I think. And now Dise, where do the heroes move? Not towards the north. Oh, there's something there though.
Let's take a look if this tree is falling or not, and then we take a look at the left.
Yeah, that's a hold.
Nothing.
I mean, there was this warning that something's under attack, so yeah. Treants maybe.
Ah, yeah, they don't leave anything behind. True. Good call.
And now suddenly the bank. Look at the bank of Dise. Ooh. The high upkeep really eats Inspired's income.
Plus
And
meta.
level 6.
Sorry. No, I'm the one interrupting.
I didn't interrupt you.
No,
just
I mean
started
now I'm the one interrupting. I said I'm sorry.
Yeah, just pointing out level 68 now.
Yeah, and that's amazing versus Gyros as well. Like up until this point, it was only the Panda with the Breath of Fire, but Demon Hunter Metamorphosis right-click attacks also deal splash damage, so perfect against Gyros.
Oh yes. And I wonder how much money is left in these expansions of Inspired, like the first ones. Wow, now a bear. This is a nice counter to the counter.
So what do we got? 11,000 here, 3,000 here,
Okay.
5,000 here, so plenty time.
So who favors this exchange here? I'm not sure. I guess though it's Inspired. But if the Panda TP's here now or steps here now, then all the gyros could be gone.
Staff is on cooldown for 10 seconds. I don't think that's enough damage, and Inspired seems to know this too. Another expansion up top, and more hippos, hippos, hippos. We don't even have barrage yet. Is that normal?
It's not normal, but it clearly tells us that Inspired is not here to fight, but just to take out expansions.
Yeah. Town Portal Force with a sweet surround, it seems. One bash and it's trouble. He's trying to stay in for as long. Oh, maybe double TP? No! Demon Hunter? Oh, that's shit! Oh my god! Can't even blame Dise. Like, we always love to make fun of Night Elf players, of course, if they lose their heroes, but this was so close.
Yeah, this seems calculated, and even he has level 3 evasion, keep in mind, so just one projectile could have needed to miss and he would survive. But okay, I think he's... Oh no, he's losing 2 expansions, Dise.
Tanks did a good job there. More tanks rolling here. Tank down here. Good observation. And I don't think Dise can crack this one. Maybe, but with a fight and he'll lose more. How's this Panda? Oh my god, Dise.
Scower Sonik update. 1-0 for Scower.
Ooh. Oh, I'm hyped for Scower, man. One of my favorite orc players in all of Europe. We saw the Panda die to absolutely nothing. He was just left behind there. And Rulers, I look at this map and I can only ask, like, how is Dise getting back from this? Inspired is overwhelming.
Yeah, as I've said, I've never seen Inspired lose a game so far in Timer.
But he didn't face Scower yet. And yeah, we'll see. Of course, kind of hard to prepare for 2 matchups. We'll see how good he is against Orc and what Scower's strategies are. We get another bear for free. That's so many freebies. And I think that's also a little bit of the story of the match. Too many invitations by Dise towards Inspired. We got bashes here. Demon Hunter has a TP, but if you're bashed, you can't TP. Staff was on cooldown for the Keeper. 4 Ancients of War, also very immobile. Now we even take care of production buildings, slowly but steady. Another lore down. You know, it's not the end of the world in this game mode. You usually can rebuild real quick. But not here, and it's another TP. Oh my god, Stormbolt, focus fire! Dise, sorry Dise, but you have no chance here anymore, I feel.
Yeah, it seems like Inspired has the right amount of units at the right position on the map every time. And yeah, he even doesn't fall behind in hero levels. That's also pretty impressive. But yeah, I think even this first little attack that he had was very game decisive in the end.
Yeah, he should never win this, really. As Inspired had no army and Dise had like a 70 food army. It was just not there yet. So super precise, leaning into the tri-hero of human and getting stuff done with Stormbolt, Focus Fire, Human Hero Arena.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the supplies, it's quite even, but expansion-wise, Dise is just falling apart here slowly but steadily. And again, bottom right, the next expansion got just up. Just started to entangle, and again, see so many gyros there.
Yeah, this is these kind of attacks I was missing yesterday from Death Note. Like we can meme a little bit about gyro bombs all we want, but in games like this, when it's a lot about expansions, gyro bombs are crazy good sometimes.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is just so much more additional pressure now. And there is no efficient counter like these hippogriffs. Let's see how they are doing. I mean, Inspired is not microing. So yeah, if you're not microing against hippogriffs, then you are the underdog. But yeah, he's busy with the hero arena fight. Oh, even still he wins. Oh.
Forces some invul now. Knight might be falling, but Dryad as well. Always at least 1-for-1 trades for Inspired. Archmage in a little bit of trouble, has no TP, and he has the staff. Maybe the opportunity for Dise to get back if the Demon Hunter is fast enough.
Paladin mana it?
Ooh.
Okay. Holy Knight here ready. Yeah, expansions are not too much fortified in the north for Inspired, so there would be opportunities to counter harass for Dise, but yeah, all of this easier said than done if he has to fight and defend on 3 different locations.
Well, if you play this game mode, you gotta get ready for moments like this.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, Inspired does exactly the same. So.
Yep. I don't know how experienced Inspired is in like 4-on-4 and FFA.
In FFA, he always seemed quite underwhelming. And 4v4, I have no idea about this game mode.
We got a couple of supporters here on the stream. Thank you, Gomitarka, for this gifted sub, and Michael Bradley with the 10 euro super chat. Loving the content. Loving you, Michael. Thank you very much.
So this seems to be the most common pattern in these lame heavy games. We see hero versus hero fights and laming units attacking expansions and other units defending against them. So yeah, we have a lot of these FFA-like hero arena fights, and the hero levels are actually super high. There was not a single big fight, but still we have super high hero levels.
Yeah, there was just one constant hero arena, it feels like, plus the harassers on the side.
Oh yeah, now the tank splits. Okay, but this expansion is mined out. Again, Metamorphosis.
Panda also very, very, very hurt, but a rejuve is here. Dispel arriving now. No ultimate of the Mountain King just yet. Archmage also a little hurt, plus the Paladin at like 50%. I like that Inspired takes it like far, so he's getting to the danger zone, but he's never playing it too far.
Yeah, exactly. And we see more and more tasks that Inspired throws on Dise here. And also the bank. Wow, he's on 1.3k gold, even though he's in high upkeep. 2 expansions now down for Inspired. Or Mind Out, rather. This one also in 500. And the main and this expansion, exactly.
It is,
but yeah, he's getting more in the north now.
Yep. It is remarkable to me that Inspired, the entire game, is on 2 shredders, and he's on 100 lumber.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and for Dise, he's on 1 shredder. He's at 6,000 lumber. What the hell?
What? I get. Ooh, no. Gyro tanks are very intense on lumber and also all these towers, of course. But yeah, crazy. I've never seen this. Honestly, no mistakes by Inspired. Wow, not one single slip so far.
Right on. And he's attacking the gold mine, so this is not the entire expansion down, but it's a lot of time that he's buying.
Yeah, more red dots bottom right. Okay, nice defense. That's level 6 Panda. Wow, the main base also doesn't look too healthy anymore.
No, where's the tree?
The tree was in the natural expansion.
Ah, okay.
Oh, now he moves down.
Running. Yeah, so if I see this correctly, there's no income currently for Dise.
Oh, this is never good in timer, especially when you take a look at the north and there are 3 gold mines with a lot of red dots.
Man. Yeah, crazy hero levels on all sides. We can, of course, lean into mass teleport as the human to jump onto things. Mountain King is a very, very strong fighter. Paladin can bring units back after a certain time. Panda might turn out to be a playmaker if you prevent a stab with like Cyclone of one of the pandas or Taunt. But it's not that great against bases, all these ultimates.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does Inspired have to switch to a fighting army now? Or is it just continuing to go for the base race? More gyros.
More gyros. Yeah, we had this occasional knight every once in a while the entire game, so that's not really an indicator that he's on a heavy switch. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. These are just the additions to the hero arena, just to make it a little bit shifting forward towards your advantage.
Really cool how Inspired is constantly pooling these gyros and not sending them in one by one. I think that is very much necessary. Contested Expo upper right hand side, which could just be towered now.
Yeah. Inspired knows for sure how to build towers. We saw that already. And no STPs, I think, though. I mean, I was very scared for level 6 Archmage, but turns out it's surprisingly little mass TPs, as he's mostly keeping the heroes busy. In Hero Arena, with double ultimate.
Yeah,
nice.
Metamorph and Cosmodan. Archmage, of course, very fragile, but there should always be stabs. There should always be Holy Light.
Nice, a staff if he wants to. But yeah. Now the Paladin might be vulnerable. Entangle?
Oh, depends on some bashes, maybe. Now the Paladin falls and the Demon Hunter is safe. Big damage is gone now. Panda, no mana for... He didn't even skill ultimate. Lemao. He still almost gets the Keeper. Panda, and at their breath, no mana. And Inspired wins the fight again.
Yeah, and now the Tree of Eternity is away from the Moonwells, and I think a lot of Moonwells are down anyway. But supplies are closing in, interestingly enough. We have now only 10 supply advantage and similar gold.
What do you think?
In 2 phases.
What do you think about Panda not going ultimate?
I mean, level 3 Drunken Haste, this is what I say always is the best spell in the game. Was this the Demon Hunter?
Uh-oh, bash and he's
I guess
dead.
Buying time? Yeah, buying time for the expansion. I guess there are no Moonwells available, but now careful, Archmage.
Stormbolt! Oh, Steph as well. Things are heating up in these hero arenas.
Yep. So currently we have three mining bases against 2. Ooh, a lot of gyros now, as you said, have been pulling up. And there's no mana on any of the heroes of Elf. And Elf is going into towers, into Arcane Towers.
Yeah.
Territory.
All of a sudden, the supply isn't that close anymore. Hippos again getting annihilated. The APs arrived just a couple of seconds too late.
Yeah, but the Panda is here and he landed a nice breath. So that's definitely enough to defend here again. Keeper 5.8, so the free healing definitely helps. Still, he would need more Moonwells, I think. I'm not sure how many he has left, but it feels like permanently out of mana and out of health. Yeah, 4 is not a lot in such a big game.
Demon Hunter again, kind of in trouble. There's no mana anymore though. Well done.
Only a tangle now. Okay, priests are here.
Paladin is not with this fight.
Yeah, true. There he comes back. Oh, level 6 is now nice level up for the elf. Finally free healing for the HP. Still so low on mana. Yes. No time, I guess, to go to the marketplaces in the middle to check for pipes.
Especially when you're so low on Moonwell's Tranquility is amazing for healing when you stand in all these towers as well.
Oh, but this army is now scary for Dise, I think. And if we would take out one expansion, they are back on even basis. Oh, but now the Panda gets burned and the gyros move bottom right again to the Tree of Eternity. Oh, more pressure with tanks. Panda is back. Oh, nice, there's a Moonwell. This is just enough. Wow, a lot of losses now suddenly.
Keeper Invo Potion last second. Demon Hunter has no staff. Gotta be really, really careful. Could swap one. Bears are in for rejuve as well. Dispel not possible here. Is no
very high level
there.
by Dise as well.
Yeah, feels like he properly warmed up. No flaws anymore in the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's no tree, but this is not the ideal position for this Tree of Life. Next to the Mountain King.
That's right. Tanks, gyros, and the remainder of the main base. How much production is there even for Dise? He built a couple of production buildings back. But yeah, another base lost. One open mine still. We might have to check Inspired's gold. 4,400 here. 2,500 there. Okay. And this base is not mining.
Yeah, and always keep in mind what I said about the gold mines and the early game creeping. If you are not able to creep these red spots before the timer ends, like bottom left hand side, you just don't have any time left to creep it throughout the entirety of the game, it feels like, because there's just permanently action. Like, how should Inspired get up in another base here? Oh, maybe mass TP bottom left now? And then creep the red gold mine? Because he can't really sustain these tank and gyro harassment anymore, it feels like. And this army is quite scary. Yeah, 3 bears only, or 4, and 3 dryads. But there is only 3 priests and 1 knight.
Yeah, maybe Sorgs could do something, but then there's also Dispel by dryads all the time. There's no griffins in this army the entire time. Going for the Mountain King ultimate again. Nuke on the Paladin. Can't heal himself but bubble. Metamorph activated. Breath of Fire could be great here. Staffs are ready, but not if there's a stun, which there isn't. Pretty even affair now.
Yeah, this game, 9k number. Now the 2.8k, so yeah, gold is running low also for Inspired. As we just saw before, and this fight is super close.
And we got a Panda with ultimate now. Archmage in trouble, has a TP, getting burned. Bears following. Demon. Ooh.
What?
Rulers, Dise is winning more and more fights.
Yeah, so nice to see this comeback here. Wow, and he's moving this entire main base here. So yeah, building back the Moonwells there. And yeah, you talk about building army. You don't need army. I think at this point he just needs the Moonwells, and the level 3 breaths are doing a very good job in defending these tanks. And yeah, if Inspired can't get up another base, it's gonna look a little bit difficult for him.
He still has tanks and mass teleport, which is something we haven't seen too much at all if he wants to go for a certain all-in. But this is so much damage here. Holy Light, nice, but can it save the MK? Staff on the Archmage, but no... Oh, there is a Keeper, but also no mana. Stormbolt's flying. Keeper out of the fight again. Now Archmage in trouble.
I'm not sure if I like this hero focus by Dise. I think he should go on the Priests. Because the Priests are the one that can get rid of the 6-second entangle on the heroes. So if the Priests aren't here, then there is just no way to save, for example, the Paladin after... Yeah, and like this he can just step out. But yeah, still, human needs 3 heroes in fight, otherwise it's impossible to engage. And Paladin 5.9, so even then the Priests could get revived, I guess.
True.
55, it looks like way better against 84. It looks way better for Dise than the numbers here.
Yeah, the Archmage isn't a good fighter. The Paladin is a good support, but by itself, not much damage. Keeper is a great enabler. Demon Hunter, of course, we don't have to talk about it. And Panda hits hard as a strength hero late game. Plus the potential ultimate you got and the great debuffs that Drunken Haze provides. Now, he might have bitten off a bit more than he can chew.
Yeah, Keeper had to be staffed out. Okay, he's back already. But yeah, I think the focus prioritization of Dise is a little bit off. I would like to see going for Priest first, or always go first for the Paladin. Make him trigger Divine Shield, then go for the Priests, and then try to get down the Paladin. Yeah.
Tranquility for the first time. Mountain King got bash level 3 now. 40% bash chance is quite crazy. But you gotta deal with that at this point. Staffs everywhere, healing everywhere. Who makes the first major mistake now?
Yeah, it's 93 for supply for Inspired, but it's not fighting supply. In fighting supply they look quite even. It's just tanks permanently queuing to this base. Demon! Demon!
Oh my god, double staff! I just talked about it, man! Who makes the major mistake? A classic B2W rip ending to an amazing game. Inspired takes down the first map of Dise.
Just too many mistakes by Dise, I have to say. Unfortunately, he came back super nicely in the mid game. But yeah, Inspired, I think, just didn't make any callable mistake in this game.
Yeah, really clean. Like, of course, some mistakes happen because it's just so overwhelming and there is so much macro. But that's given. I think especially the mid game, Dise was bleeding units left and right. And that is not allowed on this level here against Inspired. Boom. Might be an upset here. 36,000 damage of the Archmage. Yeah, but that includes water elementals, so it's a little screwed. And we go on to the next map. Furberg Hills both stick with their races. Inspired stays as human, Dise stays as elf, and Dise is facing the lower bracket, maybe against Sonik.
Yeah, Lilo, by the way, just saying, okay, watching Inspired Dise, no way I can win these guys, GG. This mode is 100% for nerds.
Manip, all Manip. Dude, Lilo is gonna show up to this tournament with 140 APM.
No.
Setting new records for himself.
No way. Oh, this looks like preparation here for sure. Like for elves, it's pretty easy to see whether they prepared or not for a map, because if they go for such a bold Ancient of War placement, they can only do if they know that the creeps are not aggroing here.
Alrighty, and we do have the macro build by Inspired. This is of course a little indicator if you know this game mode well or not, or FFA or not. Lumber Mill first. Does this map... Is this map a lot different from the one we saw before, or do you expect a very similar game?
it's a lot different. Like, a lot of players might argue that ferocity against lame is impossible to win. But yeah, the player is Trunks and doesn't mean too much then. But yeah, the difference on this map is that we are not spawning across each other. We are spawning, so to speak, close to each other. So the rushing distances are way shorter. And you can also see that the first two expansions here for Dise, they are very close to his main base, which means it's way easier to defend and he doesn't need to staff to his expansions all the time just to defend. So yeah, these are two major differences.
Two major differences from the map, but the builds so far stay the same or samey. Demon Hunter and Archmage, I think for both players that worked out. So I think the game plan is lined up for the most part. More of the same, just different playground.
All right, so Sonik is asking me for the next game name. Oh, 2-0. 2-0 Scower.
Oh, damn. Against potentially better one-on-one player, even though we know Scower is no slouch as well when it comes to one-on-one. Very, very cool to see.
Congrats.
Scower versus Inspired looks like a hot match. Scower versus Dise also a hot match. So whatever is happening, it's gonna be good for us with Scower in the upper bracket.
Very cool. And yeah, so far, I just want to mention again, every FFA player advanced from their group.
I love
Cower, come on.
Make
me proud.
I love how you claim the players to your community. That's exactly what the North Americans do in the Melee scene as well.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but they also play solo.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I sound. Scower played our one-on-one league. Ina played our one-on-one league. You know, they're hybrid.
Yeah, but last place, retired afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, Lilu says thanks, no pressure. I mean, I called it many times that you win your group. You should know how to deal with pressure.
Okay, we see double tree already coming up for Dise. He's definitely prepared. Already a wisp on the right hand expansion as well. So I'm not sure if Dise should stay on two expansions on this map, because this third one on the right hand side of the map is of course very susceptible to a harassment of tanks or gyros. But yeah, he knows best, I think. And if he doesn't lose two heroes against the 3-hero attack, then I guess it also could go better for him.
Yeah, that is something that he should probably not do again. Demon Hunter inventory is looking phenomenal, by the way, for these early skirmishes. I think in the very end, the inventory doesn't matter that much, especially the damage, because there is a lot of damage anyway. But for the early game, and also for creeping, slippers, boots of Kel'Thalas, more tankiness, more armor, that's as good as it gets for a demon.
Yeah, also the Archmage has a nice item at least. But yeah, I think, like, I also asked myself the same question: how important are items? How important are items in this mode? And seeing like Ina versus Ido yesterday, like this pipe running for 1 hour and the Zoe mask and the claws plus 12. How much damage did the Blade Master have in the end? 60,000 or something?
Oh, maybe. I didn't even check. I was so overwhelmed. But likely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think this adds up a lot in this mode as well. So I think I totally underestimated the importance of these items. Maybe not the slippers plus 3 or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit up and down throughout a game. Like in the beginning, I think damage is really good because you're just faster. Or if you have an additional summon or something like that. Anything that somehow boosts your damage is, I think, really good. Then in the mid game, it might not be that important. And then in the late game, when you have the hero arena again, then it becomes important.
Yeah, I think this summarizes it very well. Double Shredder already for Inspired, by the way, so he went across the map to get the second Shredder at the other lab. And for Dise, we see he gets both Watcher Wards, so this map is very interesting because these two green camps drop permanent Watcher wards, as we can see on the top for Dise.
Oh, I didn't know.
And against Flame, it's particularly important, I guess.
Oh, hopefully Inspired knows. I don't know how often we've seen this map, but I never realized up until now.
Yeah, this is the most played map so far, I think.
Okay, yeah, oops. You know, it's because the blue dot on like water and ice terrain, it's impossible to see. It's not my fault at all.
Yeah. Also, this was the map where this was the third map of DV versus Ice Orc, where we had a desync on your stream, and then you had to rejoin and restream, and yeah, very stressful.
As long as we are not running out of excuses, rulers, we're still doing good.
Alright, double shredder now also for Dise. And only this mode, by the way, made me realize that Night Elf is the only race who doesn't have anything where the shredder can deposit his lumber except for the main building.
Yeah, shredder.
No. Not like this, please.
Not like this. Yeah, you're right. Like Hunter's Hall, you can't deposit lumber at a Hunter's Hall, so you always have to go back to trees, which is in one-on-one. People complained about it like a little bit at times, but in 4-on-4 or FFA or timer mode, that is really noticeable.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a shame that the Tree of Life even accepts a shredded down tree.
I mean, the trees eat the other trees for their own health. So
yeah, true.
Maybe they don't worry about, like, you know, this too much.
Okay, and Dise is already starting APs here. Okay. Early.
3 minutes. Since I saw this in chat a couple of times this entire week, Kevin just said, lol, he made the Tree of Life on top of the camp without waking them up. When you set the creep camp, you can like toggle between has a gold mine aggression or not. And if you don't do that, it behaves like a normal creep spot, and then you can just build when the creeps are sleeping.
Yep. So we see reveal by Dise now in the main base and in the expansion, and yep, he sees triple workshops again. So he knows what's coming up. And level 5 Demon Hunter already. Usually I would say great job creeping, but it's a little bit early. You have 2 minutes more for creeping. And it's gonna be hard if you to only creep with the panda. So the Demon Hunter will steal XP from the panda now, creeping. So it's gonna be free base, or free expansion versus free expansion. And let's see how Inspired plays it this time. Like again, is he gonna stay on 50 and fortify each base first? Or is he gonna make more army and build all the towers later?
So far, no big indicators yet. Waiting for the workshops to finish, for the third hero to finish. I see Inspired uses Backpack. Have you seen any of the other players use Backpack before?
No, never.
Right?
Never,
Me
no.
neither. I thought it's maybe one of these things that I just completely overlooked, but glad you didn't see it either.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, why even? Yeah, maybe if a knight spawns to get an orb. Like, travel time is super expensive in this mode. As mentioned before, creeping expansions later in the game is mostly too time intense. So yeah, also getting staffs, getting back to your main base to buy staffs. So might not be ideal, so yeah, Backpack seems smart.
Yeah, I feel like, and I think Remo and I had the same opinion for a long time, Backpack might be the most underused thing in all of Warcraft across all game modes.
Yeah, totally. We see here pulling this away, this creep is huge because there's a Crown of Kings guaranteed drop.
Ooh. Oh, that is pretty sick. This Demon Hunter, man. Double Boots of Kel'Thalar's ring.
Wow,
And the Crown of Kings. Oh, you give it to the panda, that's also possible.
Talking about item value, this looks definitely valuable. So what's the army gonna be for Dise? We see mountain giants this time. Okay, that's definitely something new. So is it gonna be a harassment tool, or does he want to use it as additional damage dealer in the small hero fights? Timer is up, and we can see Dise is already moving over. Supply we see again, 50 supply. No lumber, 13 lumber for Inspired with double curly shredder.
Oh yeah, and he's still busy with this creep spot here. We had a similar situation yesterday, I think Ina vs Ido, where we were waiting for the reincarnation to apply. Paladin, 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 Lemao!
Where?
Left-hand side, Paladin down to the creeps!
To the creeps.
Yeah,
Ooh.
claiming another victim after getting a triple kill yesterday.
Okay, and we see now Bear. Yeah, this is now way better for Dise. Look at this. This is exactly how you're supposed to play it. 2 expansions already down. And look what the gyros. Everyone gets their personal butler here. in a hippogriff, double angel protectors, and now the gyros are on the totally wrong side of the map to deal any damage. While Inspired had lost 2 expansions already and has no army even to defend against these 3 heroes. Oh, this is now falling apart for Inspired already. Totally different than last game.
Yeah, exactly. As good as the mid game was for Inspired in game 1, as horrible is it this time. Busy with the creep spot, losing the hero. I mean, Paladin is back when he needs him, but he didn't get too much XP, which is a shame. Oh yeah, oh man, so many gyros. Trying to get some damage in, but Panda is ready.
Yeah, now the hippos are also already on the chase. I'm not sure if these hippos can even fight these gyros, but it seems like Inspired is a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, he lost all but 1 expansion. And he's on 61 supply. Keep in mind, after the timer went out, he was on 50 supply pretty much. Because he invested so much into infrastructure, and yeah, the hippos didn't last against the gyros. Wisps need to repair now. Okay, a little late. But the panda's already back. Demon Hunter now alone, it seems. Where's the keeper? Okay, staffed away. Or ran away.
Mountain Giant can still taunt if necessary. Gyros are creating quite some space, I gotta say.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, the bears find their next target. Exactly. And now what Inspired? Without the eco backup, you can't build more gyros.
Yeah, the late game was super close already, with a very favoring game in the mid game for Inspired. Now this is looking abysmal. Huge supply lead, great heroes. Might need a kill on the keeper, might get it here actually.
Out in this big one.
True.
Restoration. And yeah, the panda takes care of the gyros single-handedly. This means that Dise is on 4 expansions against 1 expansion of Inspired. Dise has the better heroes. This is looking so good for him now.
Yeah, would be quite a miracle if Inspired builds back here, but we almost called the first game too early, so let's not do the same mistake again. Inspired probably has a backup plan.
Yeah, definitely. He has to back up against this army in his main base.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Very, very well played. It really feels like Dise came online at the late 3rd of game 1, but then it was too late for game 1. But he's unleashing his real strength here on map 2.
Yeah, this looks like day and night. And if I was Inspired, I would ask myself now, okay, is this lane working anymore even? Is this the perfect counter now from Dise? Or should I go with a proper army and try to fight him this way?
Yeah, you gotta... you can adjust so much. in this mode, so I'm pretty sure Inspired will have an answer, definitely. But what's it gonna be? We'll see if we get to game 3. Like, yeah, we do get game 3. He knows it, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. So, are you going for an army quicker? Are you building one expansion less? Do you still want to go for this many gyros? Do you want to get a fighting army up instead? Do you want to tower up maybe? There's so many options now for Inspired to turn this around.
So I would just want to take a look at the map that is now going to be played. It is Wild Reef.
Ooh.
That is the smallest map in the pool.
And the prettiest.
And the Makrura Rest.
They did kill 2 heroes yesterday? 3?
True, yeah, you're right.
Beware of the Makrura, everybody. The big Blade Master got killed. Yeah, so Decider, winner of this, plays against Scower, who already defeated Sonik 2-0. Sonik is waiting for his opponent as well. In the lower bracket, will not show that game, as it is run at the same time as the upper bracket. Ah, shit, I deleted the game. Oops. I hit the wrong button. But I guess we got time anyway. Da, da, da. Good to see more of these amazing one-on-one players. We'll see. Vile Reef it is. Heavy discussion if Backpack is underused or not. I mean, everybody's agreeing that it is underused. Question is it worth the extra multitasking, especially in one-on-one? It feels like everybody is agreeing it could be very useful here. But yeah, it is stressful, and this entire mode is so stressful already, and then you add another thing on top. Not perfect, but we gotta eliminate a player from this upper bracket. We gotta find a player for Scower to beat, and that is Dise or Inspired. 1-1. Now map pick for Inspired, the beautiful lands of Vile Reef.
Yeah, and I think Dise is very happy that the second game didn't last as long as the first one. So he doesn't have to go full time here in this first round. And yeah, if you drop to the lower brackets, you have to play one additional round, keep in mind. So everyone is happy, I think, to go through first in their group. And one of them will drop down to a lower bracket now.
Yeah, so far it's been the one-on-one or hybrid players that went through via the upper bracket. Scower could be the first one who is definitely more known in FFA circles than in one-on-one circles to make it through via upper bracket.
Yeah, long way still, but a 2-0 against Sonik is definitely a very strong statement. So what do you think now? If you're Inspired, do you go again for a lame build, or do you think, okay, it won't work anymore, this was just too dominant and too perfect of a response?
Before I answer this, can I ask you how different the map plays compared to the last one?
Yeah, sure. So we have 2 easy expansions here. As you can see, there's a green camp here and there's this green camp here. We saw it's not that easy as Neutron lost his Blade Master to it yesterday. But yeah, for Elf it should be quite nice. It's just a Frost Armor creep. And the rest, yeah, it's a closer rushing distance between the players. Even closer than Furbook Hills, I guess. But it's quite similar. So this entire map, I think, plays a lot similar, but just on a little bit of a smaller size. As we also have lap here. So double Shredder early is possible. Double expansions earlier possible. Yeah.
Maybe find the time for towers and resources for towers. I don't hate the gyros. I think they can distract a lot and pull the panda away and do some damage. Now Dise knows about it, of course, so he might tower up as well. But if Dise plays it again, like he did map 2 with like 3 prone attack, you can't respond to everything with your army. So a bit more stability might be necessary.
Yeah, I think overall in this mode, a laning strategy is not gonna be the perfect thing or the thing that is winning you tournaments. I think it's more like a pocket strat that you can throw in. And what I think I would prefer to see by Inspired is not go 4 workshops, but maybe only 2. And instead get some casters, get a knight, maybe mortar, and only start with like 2 early tanks, just to distract, just to keep Dise busy, and yeah, make him respond to it. But then focus your main resources on your army.
What army composition would you play against Dryads, Bears, Chimeras, Talons?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much caster, mortar, gyro is, I think, what should counter it the best.
Yeah, we've seen not a single Zork. That might help to a degree. Of course, depends a little bit on items as well. We had a super overwhelming Demon Hunter last game. No sign of that just yet. But double expansion for Dise guaranteed. Therefore, tech a little later, tech a little faster for Inspired, but only 1 expansion. And more Creepcraft.
Yeah, like bottom right is the second tree, and top expansion should be the third tree already. So a human has a little bit of an advantage when it comes to getting up the first and second expansion, I think, in terms of timing, just because it builds faster with the power build. But the power build also costs lumber and costs 5 workers every time, which means you are low on lumber. And the elf just can build 1 tree with 1 wisp. And this is why we see already 3 trees coming up for the night elf. And only 1 expansion for the human, and the second is gonna get started now. So yeah, overall, human will have faster 2 expansions up, but the third one will be way quicker for the elf.
Then the heroes might be a little more aligned, as we've seen before. Demon Hunter, of course, rushing to level 5 always. Very nice explanation with the with the peasants. I didn't think about that, but yeah, of course. Need some lumber before we have the shredders. Now we do have the 2 shredders, so the peasants are free from wood chucking and can go into construction work as well. But yeah, Dise relatively greedy, but I think he found a nice balance. It's not the Neutron 4 expansions, it's just kind of greedy, but not too greedy 3 expansions I like.
Yeah, this looks very, very clean. Now also the second shredder already there. Super nice for creeping as well, soaking up this damage, dealing a lot of damage himself. And yeah, look how nicely it lines up with this tree on the left-hand side to the shredder. So he can start mining this lumber while this gold mine is being grabbed. Tier 2 is finished, so Panda already there. Very beautiful build here by Dise, I have to say.
So far, so good. 5 minutes until the timer is gone. Archmage also still creeping close to level 4. Not the items he was looking for, but a Mountain King could be an absolute beast with the talisman and the additional armor. Also gloves nice for bash. So maybe it's not the Demon Hunter that's the raid boss, but the MK.
Yeah, could very well be the case here. Just curious to see what's coming up for Inspired, and I guess also Dise is interested, because game 3, of course, it matters the most. Both strategies were successful, both strategies failed one time, so what's up now? What's next?
Exactly. Double Blacksmith Wall-off for Inspired. Cool. Lots of researches then, lots of upgrades. Tech on the way. Wind is the first building to go for. And yeah, we're still building, we're still creeping. Nothing out of the super ordinary. Sobi Mask also for Inspired. Nice, nice. I think both players can be satisfied. Can we pull? Oh, we're pulling the Murlocs out of the middle. Nice. This is these pulls more often than in previous series, I think.
Yeah, I also think so. I like Dice's creep out more now, because he's getting rid of more expansion creeps. So in stressful situations, it's easier for him to plant another tree. And maybe he's even gonna go for the bottom right red spot next, so that he really only grabbed gold mines and labs, except for the top right. He was also cleaning up earlier, with immolation creeping, of course, very quickly. But no, it seems like nothing changes for Inspired. We see 4 workshops again coming up, we see towers coming up. So maybe he thinks this map is just better. Maybe he made mistakes in the game before. Like, we can't catch every macro mistake. And they definitely also happen here in these first 11 minutes. Just wait for the reveal on Dice, so that he also can confirm.
As so often in Warcraft, it's a game of who makes the least mistakes. But I really, really like your point about the opened up gold mines. I didn't think about that yet in the first 6 days too much, but yeah. To reiterate later on, no time for creeping, constant brawling / defending / attacking, and then what you see is what you get, and that was definitely part of the decision in game 2. So Dice very smart in that regard.
Yeah, and we see a little bit of a skirmish again.
Yeah, so much about not competing before the 12-minute mark.
Yep, all of this is allowed if you ask yourself. Like, this center barrier line is accessible to both players, as you can see. Both can walk on them, but no one can cross it to their respective side. Or only to the respective side. And yeah, especially if you go for a lame build like Inspired does, I think creeping this bottom left gold mine gets even more important than for Dice. Because with gyros or tanks, you won't be able to creep it later on.
Agreed. That would take forever. I mean, tanks in general can't even attack units. The heroes are always busy. Gyros do very, very, very little damage, and you want to attack as well. And in the meantime, like, Inspired is getting these camps in the middle, but is it really worth it? Seeing
Yeah,
what
it
they
doesn't
drop?
look too good. I mean, wait, there is this Watcher Ward, right? Again, this permanent Watcher Ward in this orange camps. So this might be the reason why. And we also see a nice defense. We have 2 Ancient Protectors on all expansions. We see the Ancient of Wars on the one expansion that's closest to where the tanks go the quickest. And we have level 3 Panda, level 5 Demon, that all looks good. And Paladin only just spawned, but also level 3 Mountain King now. But of course, Dice saw where the heroes of human are, so it's not gonna be a surprise. And I'm not sure that Dice is gonna lose 2 heroes again if he fights these 3 heroes.
Yeah,
now.
very unlikely. We do have some higher fortification by Inspired as well. We go straight into the hero arena at the 11-minute mark. Oh yeah, Demon Hunter level 5 had the big heal potion. That is gone already. Stormbolt, but staff also.
Yeah. So now what? Oh yeah, exactly. Staff back with full mana. No?
Oh, Keeper dead. Only level 1, but he had the town portal.
Yeah, that's already not ideal here for Dice again. And gyros are already moving to the first expansion, where we know that there are Ancient Protectors, and the Panda has a staff of teleportation. So he's gonna be here. No surprise element now, of course, that the Panda comes, because there's no other fight. Dice loses his Shredder here. He denies it with the Ancient Protectors.
Nice catch. Nice catch.
And the hippos now all died to the gyros. There was no critical mass of hippos. And this game is stressful again. And big difference. There is no pressure now for Dice on Inspired.
Exactly. Big difference compared to game 2. I kind of think this gyro attack in the very north was like a poke to force the Panda down. And then, of course, there's a movement movement advantage on gyros as they fly, but nothing on the elf is really flying. And there's an attack at the bottom as well. So Inspired is back to pretty much exactly what he played on game 1.
Yeah, that's now way, way better. And we see one Chimera, but it doesn't feel like Chimeras here are doing anything in this game. Just wasted resource, I think.
Yeah, I don't see that Chimera anymore, man. That got annihilated by all the gyros. It's a numbers game for sure. We're not on A-click here. Now we are. Big AoE of gyrocopters. This is not the number of hippos you want to have.
Yeah, if you want to fight gyros with hippos, you need heal scrolls, and you ideally also need a panda close by. Okay, finally we see Dise dealing some counter damage. He loses bottom right expansion. Okay, this is the one additional expansion that he had over Inspired anyways. So if he now kills this expansion, it's still good for him. And the panda is back. But he's not interested in defending. He wants to go back to the army.
Yeah, accelerating things a little bit. We go into tanks now. Bottom also under attack.
Or is it the staff?
It's the
Yeah,
staff.
staff on the demon to bottom right. Okay, so demon is trying to defend with the APs now. This is now stressful. Tanks in the natural, gyros in the main.
Oh man, you gotta take care of so many things. Demon Hunter walks out of there. Now that the Mountain King isn't here anymore, he might be able to contest this better, but he's also so hurt.
Yeah, don't... Yeah, okay. Okay. He saw. I have no idea where to look at.
Me
sorry.
neither, man. Me neither. Top is gone. Gyros didn't do that much. We're waiting for the Demon Hunter, but he can take a bath in the Moonwells now and be fine. Bears
Yeah,
blowing
finally he
through.
has bears here. Yeah, this is now something that Inspired needs to react to. Inspired free kick gold, and Dise needs some time to consolidate.
Ooh, Panda got a nice breath in. Repair at the middle. Oh, at the
Finally gets to the economy of Inspired. 3 masonry upgrades already done though. Oh, this is close.
lot of...
Ooh, but now he had no time to look at the gyros, and there was a big breath of fire, and the gyros are dead.
Exactly. Also, Panda close to level 4. Bears still causing trouble here. I don't know, man. These gyros are really, really expensive.
Yeah, they are so expensive. And yeah, losing one expansion here in a game like this is super bad for the human. And yeah, now Dise is on 3 expansions. Hero levels, we have 542 against 542. So that's also not an edge on the human. And yeah, he starts building knights and priests, as we saw before, just to have a little bit more to defend. But yeah, position-wise on the map, we see now Dise in Inspired expansion. And there is no threat suddenly on the map on Dise.
Exactly. And this is something like we've seen before, not only today, but always in this matchup. These 15-minute fights, like between 12 minutes and 15 minutes, they set the tone for the rest of the game. Like who got more gold, who... No, bit careless. Again, it feels like Inspired was busy with the hero arena and then it's overwhelmed with the gyros.
Yeah, that's the issue with gyros too, like, you need to micro them. Staff? No. Keep it dead.
Staff was on the keeper, unfortunately. Couldn't use it. There's tele staffs to get out, but there's also always a Mountain King. This time, Town Portal Archmage should be safe. But yeah, base-wise, it's still somewhat even. But, oh no, 1 base ahead for Dise.
1 base ahead, and soon to be 2 here on the bottom right. The next expansion is coming up, and that's exactly now the issue that we were talking before. There's no way for Inspired to now get the bottom left expansion, like with some peasants from here. He would need to go there with the entire heroes, with all the heroes, just to creep it. And the only expansion that he can get back is the top left. But this is the closest to Dise now. And Dise is stabilizing.
And taking straight up fights. This time he's listening to you, going for priests way faster with dryads in as well. He can use the rejuve then because there is no dispel. And of course no dispel against entangle either. Gyros try to do something against the bottom expansion, but maybe a bit too late.
Yeah, he TP'd to his bottom left expansion. I mean, I guess he would love to creep this other gold mine now, but he has no time. He needs to apply more pressure as Dise is already applying pressure himself. So yeah, we have gyros that take out this Tree of Life bottom right, and now the heroes will try to do the same with the other tree. So far, not too much damage done by Dise, just a re-expansion attempt, but no more towers here in this natural expansion of Inspired, so yeah, he can't really trade this anymore. He's otherwise running out of gold.
Seems like Dise is taking over slowly but steady. High upkeep hurts. Then we are insanely close to level 6 Archmage. As you say, mass teleport, always a game-winning move.
Yeah, for sure. So we have now one tank pressuring the main. The gyros move also north, and the heroes are on the other expansion. So, okay, Dise, I guess, takes out this expansion and then TPs somewhere. Not sure where yet. And the hippos here in the main, they are all hurt. So, yeah, they need support of the panda. Nicely done.
But also Inspired, moving the gyros back this time, unlike before. So, lesson learned. Still doesn't help him with his own expansion, which is down, but he is expanding bottom right, slowly but steady. That's, of course, a way that you don't need the bottom left-hand side crept. You just take what your opponent crept.
Yeah, that's very smart. I really like this move now. And there's not anything immediately that Dise can get here anymore. So he decides to TP back and take care of his own 2 expansions. So it's now at the moment 2 expansions for Dise. Nope, he's uprooting here. But careful of the panda.
Demon Hunter got
6
a potion.
Archmages there.
Demon Hunter got a potion close to level 6. Tree is helping in the fight as well with repairs. Smart. Plus Demon Hunter is back instantly. But I think Inspired just wants to buy time for his expansion bottom.
Yep, now gyros try to deal with this bear, which is gonna take forever. But also this bear can't do too much, except for denying this expansion from coming up again, which I guess is good. And if Dise only knew that there was an expansion attempt for Inspired here, it would be an easy pickup. But now the tanks will feed the panda here in the main. And then there are 4 APs. This is solid. There is no damage that these gyros can do. He needs to be careful. He's creeping this gold mine, so he wants to get the sneaky expansion here, I think. But yeah, this is scouted here. The expansion is scouted, and this was the lifeline. It almost feels like.
Yeah, because on...
Yeah, gyro here, sorry.
All good, all good, all good.
Yeah, the Ultra Vision revealed the gyros. The gyros didn't see the hippos, so he could prepare a flank here, Dise. And also took out more and more gyros for free. And yeah, looking at the gold, at the supply, at the hero levels, this is now very good for Dise again. But he needs to be careful. Only 2 heroes here against 3. Panda back in. No threat in the main, no tank, no gyros, so the panda can be back to the army. And yeah, with Metamorphosis, no chance he can defend.
2 bases left only versus the 2 of Dise, or additional bases, I want to say. Another Tree of Life clop down, so Inspired knows in general where to go. I wonder how long these naturals... Okay, 4 more tanks now. This is a big investment. He's on 87 supply. And yeah, this bear is still here, taking care that the natural can't be rebuilt. Oh man, this bear is so much trouble. Give this man an honor, or this person a medal of honor. I feel like these tanks have really fallen off compared to game 1. They're not really achieving anything anymore. Yeah, speaking of falling off, level 5 panda, everything will now fall off for the human. True. Big true. Yeah, 260 gold now for Inspired, and his entire army consists of tanks. But this tree, if he can get this tree, this is kind of big, I would say. And yeah, 3 falls. And more gyros here in the natural, 4 more tanks. So this is pretty much the last big attack from Inspired for the next time.
And his second expansion is coming up. So 1v1 expansion only at the moment.
Damn, this turned around quickly and we got mass TP. Inspired is very committed to this attack now, as you said. Might be one of his last chances. He got the Shredder in as well. On Dice's side, of course, not only the army, but also trees. Panda in trouble. Staff on cooldown.
Here's the Ankh.
Ooh, oh, okay. Good. And the staff is ready too. Whew, that was close.
What's the cooldown on Metamorphosis?
60 seconds.
Oh, that's big. And there the trees again in trouble.
Oh yeah, the fortification is gone as well. Mountain King level 5.
This doesn't look bad for Inspired, I have to say.
Me too. I agree. Demon Hunter level 6, 35 seconds. Mountain King super strong, of course, plus almost unkillable thanks to Ankh. The casters are disappearing finally. But it might be too late.
Damn, this tree is... His lifeline, it feels like.
Ooh,
Paladin. Nice stuff.
both third heroes staffed away at the same time. Unreal. Bear's falling. That also takes a region.
The tree is not moving anymore and he dies.
Oh, that was the purpose of this attack. There is another expansion at the very bottom. But it feels like Gyro's already on the way.
Wow, yeah. And Dise has no counter pressure now on this natural of Inspired. He needs to send something there, it feels.
Tough.
Two tanks now, they will fall in the natural. And yeah, Tree of Eternity, of course, big now. 1 free expansion. So what is the Panda gonna do now? Okay, I guess he's taking out these tanks and not defend the tree.
Jibai Wang, thank you for the YouTube support, mate. Much appreciated.
The hippos, just in time, I guess. Yep.
Oh,
That's
sick. 6. Nice catch, rulers. I would have not seen this.
Yeah, now the main is dry also for Inspired. And what about his expansion? 1.8k. The only mining expansion for Inspired, but mass TP, of course. Doing not fine. But what to kill here for Inspired? What can he realistically get rid of?
Well, Demon Hunter, maybe there's no TP. Snap! Bash! The Demon Hunter! He can't take care of the Demon Hunter!
Oh no.
Oh my god. Stormbolt dodged by a TP. Yeah. I mean, a second staff might have been good.
Not really worth it, the money.
DV also says he has Metamorph up as well. Now 2 minutes without the demon.
Oh, is this falling apart now for Dise? He has the supply lead, but of course without the first hero. What's it worth?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's going for a tavern revive. Moonwells are empty, so I guess the tavern.
Keeper. Oh,
No
off of
spell.
slow. No way, last hit of the Archmage gets rid of it. Stormbolt Panda, he can staff out, but then there's always Bash. No more staff. Here we go. Bash and he's dead. Lucky escape.
Not like this. But yeah, bottom right expansion already gets towered.
Oh, with the Shredder as well.
Okay. Next bear spawns very nicely for the rejuve. And Paladin is surrounded but has the Divine Shield, of course, of cooldown. And the Shredder gets now rid of the trees, getting repaired by peons in the bottom right.
Nice.
So many micro moves you have to do here. And yeah, heroes are... There are 2 bears here! I'm not sure for how long they are there. Look at this, they are full mana at the mercenary camp.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. They were hidden. Last second here for the heroes. No breath of fire.
Hidden army FFA style. He goes for the staff now. And yeah, Inspired was broke. He wasn't able to build towers here. But the next squad of flying machines is here. Where's the panda? Where's the panda?
I got 10-second cooldown. He's, I think, at the bottom. No, he's not. In the main.
Oh. Okay, the Demon Hunter gets rid of it. So this expansion seems to be secured for now. And the base is down now for Inspired, the gold mine.
Yeah, the Expo also the first one. So he's down to 1 base.
Yep, so at the moment it's 2 base versus 1 base. Only 3 out of 5. And the towers are getting built. 1 Dryad now coming. I mean, he has a lot of bears now. He has 5 bears against 3 heroes pretty much. This is looking still okay for Dise. Keeper though is not there. And he's not gonna come back anytime soon. I'm not sure if you should run with the panda here straight into the arms of the heroes.
Yeah, he got anti-magic, but there's bash and slow that goes through anti-magic if it comes from an orb.
Okay, so now the Dryad dies to the tower. Oh, it needs to uproot the tree bottom right. But the tanks are dead. Only 1 mining base for 2,000 gold more. And such a close game.
Guess the tree, yeah, tree is down, Dryad down. More trees down in the north. Tree of Eternity still standing. That's of course the designated area when you staff. And Inspired feels again very confident.
Yeah, but level 6 panda is coming soon. 1 more water elemental kill, I guess. So yeah, now Dise needs to micro well. Yeah, get rid of the priests here should be #1 priority. 1 priest is dead. Yeah, no keeper, so he's doing it with 2 heroes here. And again, 2 bears are chilling in the natural. 1 bear, by the way, gets rid of these. So all these little things, there's so many moves every one of these players is doing here.
Gyro's almost scouted the next expansion. Dise still had the gold. Prioritizes another gold mine over the keeper, which should give a lot of mobility to Inspired, especially when there's no counter to mass TP. But yeah, then there's also no armor. He's too hurt.
So these heroes are now just trying to buy some time. And there's no expansion attempts for anyone at the moment.
2 minutes.
3 tanks though.
Ooh, and the tree isn't properly healed.
And the panda is out of position and slowed again. This orb of slow.
Real nice. Is there enough repair? Is the question. Is there enough gold to repair? Oh my god, Dise is losing his tree, isn't he? He got 60 gold to repair. That's it. The air is here. The tanks are here. The hippos are trying hard. Metamorph invested as well. Tank falling first and foremost. He cannot repair anymore, but he holds.
Wow, and now the panda splits. At the same time here.
Oh my god. Holy Light is ready for now, but the damage, man. Staff used, nice. But the heroes are split apart. Cyclone, can he take care of this Mountain King? We got more Cyclone, I feel like.
Yeah, but there's no Entangle. Entangle would be so huge there wouldn't be a staff possible then.
He's just dead.
Staff was on cooldown?
He's just dead. The staff was on cooldown and now the Archmage is all by himself. Didn't want to trade the town portal. This is crazy. Dise has 0 gold though and has to wait for the Haunted for 26 more seconds. But then on the other side, Inspired is about to mine out his base and he doesn't have a new town hall ready yet either.
Yeah, he goes for it top right, but the panda with the bears is already coming.
Holy shit, what a game.
7 seconds left for the base to come up. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
he gets it.
Okay.
Gets it up at least.
But that also means he can't cancel it anymore.
How many peasants are there even left? 3 peasants left on the map.
Oh my god. 2, 1. Somewhere they're getting slaughtered. 0! 0 peasants!
0 peasants. 0 peasants.
Unreal.
Okay, what are we doing now? 3 heroes against the Panda again. Panda needs to be careful. I guess the ultimate is on cooldown for quite some time now. And we see 2 tanks here in the main base. Good against the Moonwells, but can't do anything else, I guess. At this point, 1 tank is already at the Tree of Eternity again. And of course, this big distraction fight now.
Alrighty.
And only 2 heroes. Only 2 heroes for Dise, of course.
Staff ready. 50-second cooldown.
Yeah, he needs to take care of this bear now. No upkeep at this point, so a lot of gold at least to get. And no expansion attempt from Dise. Totally broke. And this tank here, I'm not sure if he's aware even.
He is repairing now.
Yeah, but only with 1 wisp. That's not enough. It's not enough. Uproot. And the demon now alone against 3 heroes. He needs to get rid of this Town Hall Dise. But how?
But how? I don't know if you mentioned this yet, but Dise is also supply blocked.
No, haven't.
So whatever he's losing now, he can't rebuild the Keeper. Metamorph, that's how.
Look at the gold amounts. Both are at 2 digits. And yeah, Metamorphosis is perfect against the Town Hall. There's this Town Hall left here.
But only 40.
He knows it.
It's 40 gold. That's it.
Blocking with the water elemental. Are we at 1v1 now? Blocking the haunted gold mine.
Oh my god. Off we go. He can hope to staff. And then if there's a bash. Panda's ready. But he doesn't have a Staff of Preservation. But no bash. A little unlucky for Inspired in this position. But yeah, Inspired. 3 workers, no gold. He can't sell items now. Dise is mining soon. But it will also take like 70, 80 seconds.
Yeah, now he has a lot of tier 2 production buildings though in order to take care of this tree to survive. Still hippos. Still no 3rd hero though. So this hero arena could be scary now. But the bears are doing, of course, a great job with the rejuve. And mana is also low on the human.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's the next mistake again to close out this game? How are you getting gold again if you're Inspired? You got 5, 4, 3, that's it. 0 gold.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think this is just the Hail Mary play. Try to get a hero kill before the Keeper comes back. 0 gold. He's creeping now. Okay, this is how you can get that gold, I guess. And he's already starting a Town Hall. Okay, okay.
That will, of course, take 2 more minutes.
And I have bad news for you, Inspired. This gold mine has like 100 gold or 150
Yes,
left.
he didn't check that at all. Demon Hunter in trouble. Staff is ready, though. Panda Ultimate is also ready.
Yeah, this is now...
Oh my god, wait, Rulers. This is the natural, right? This is, I think, legit 20 gold that's in the mine.
Yeah. And he's power building even the Town Hall.
No!
If he would only build the other gold!
Oh no, this is so bad! He can't see it because it's in the shadows right now. Oh boy. He needs 1,000,000 bashes now. And he misses that bash.
The Awe of Slow is very good, I have to say.
Yeah, and this is amazing. Okay.
Panda is staff. Wow.
37
It
minutes
is
in the
10
game.
gold! It's 10!
It is legit 10! He power built the gold mine, and that's all he can get. Oh no. That's the biggest feels Batman that I've seen in years. What can you even say? Panda Ultimate, is this maybe the
human
last
combo
one?
is super strong, as you can see, but I mean, now the Keeper is gonna come back. I don't think that Dise needs to commit here, but yeah, I mean, he has staffs, he has the ults, so there's also not too much danger, to be honest.
Yeah, we got double ult even with a lot of bashes. We do have the double staff now too. The damage is crazy. Do we have a cyclone still? No, we don't, but the creeps. Oh, come on. Insult to injury.
Yeah, Those creeps have bash, by the way, so...
Yep. Careful. Water Elemental Civil War.
And the keeper is back. Oh, this must also feel good. Finally.
Yeah.
After what? 10 minutes?
I guess so. Yeah, he was out of gold. He was supply blocked. But hey, it was very good experience for Demon Hunter and Panda. Oh, Paladin down. Okay, GG. What a game, man. Crazy back and forth for 30 minutes straight. No breaks whatsoever. Constant harasses. This was ultra high class.
Wow, yeah, props to both players. This was super stressful and super well executed by both of them. Pooh, I think I'm gonna give them a little bit of a break. I mean, it's Veto Pro time anyways. And there's double bad news, I think. Not for us, but for some of the players. Bad news for Dise. He's gonna face Scower, who is gonna go for bad lane, I guess. And bad news for Sonik, who just might have faced 2 games of bad lane, and he will face Inspired next. So, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, that is correct. I got a bit of bad news as well for fans of this game mode. We might only be able to cast the winner bracket final because our Back to Warcraft monthly final is starting at 7, which is in 1 hour, and there's no way we can get both of these series. Carson is already waiting for that, but yeah, maybe someone else. I mean, the games are available on Flow TV. Everybody can stream. Feel free. So that we see the lower bracket. But man, I'm hyped for Dise and Scower now.
Yeah, me too. We definitely need to watch this.
If you like this game mode, by the way, !Matcherino, you can boost the prize money for all the people contributing their time and effort and preparation. It's 1K already in this Matcherino. And I think there's like, this is not the only fund, right?
Nope, there's also the 300 from High Toon, so we are at 1.3K.
Really, really, really nice. Boom, there it is, everybody. !Matcherino. You can also grab some profile pictures if you want, if you have a buck or two spare. Throw it in the prize money. The players are very appreciative. Lots of preparation is necessary. The entertainment value is crazy, whether that's Ina and Edo yesterday or Dyson Inspired now. Trunks had some great series. DV had some great series. Lawlight is preparing like crazy. Like, we got Moon in this tournament who prepared like crazy for this. Yeah, nuts. And hopefully this is appreciated. Also, the Orga is so much work for Rulers and Godfather, and if they see the prize money climb, they will probably be a bit happier about this as well.
Yeah, but more than what matters more than money is, I think, that you just appreciate it watching, and I can see 1K viewers for Don't Rush Me Cup, and this is already amazing. Like, I was hoping for the grand finals and the playoffs to reach 1K, but yeah, it's super nice to see that you also appreciate the games.
There seems to be a little bit of a trend throughout the week. We had like 600, 500, 600, now 1K. I mean, the games speak for themselves, right? This is like, I was worried, not gonna lie, I was very, very worried that it would be extremely boring to cast, especially the first 10 minutes. But there's always something to talk about somehow.
Yeah, I was also very worried, and then I saw Carson commentate a qualifier, and he said like, yeah, I actually think the first 10 minutes of this mode are the most interesting. So yeah, I mean, he appreciates speedruns too, I think. So, but yeah, I also think so. It's you have to be adaptive also as well. And yeah, nice. We already have the veto started. Dise versus Scower next. So what are the bans? Dise started banning Sanctuary, big map, doesn't want big map against Orc. We saw in Ferocity the first map against Inspired. Really hard to face lane. And Scower, on the other hand, we see he wants to ban the small maps. While Reef and Turbo kills the 2 maps we saw Dise versus Inspired playing, game 2 and 3.
Yeah, Fountain of Manip, also big map, also banned by Dise, exactly as you say.
Yeah. This is the map we saw Neutron against Death Note yesterday. So now it's the first pick. So what is a good map against Batlame? I would say Juggernaut is very nice because there's only 1 lab, so 1 shredder available. Same Frozen Marshlands. Frozen Marshlands also a great map, only 1 lab and a free expansion. Oh, Greenville Woods. I don't know. Like I don't. Trunks was defending after some time in Greenville Woods against this lame, but he said it's a tough map against laming. And yeah, now there's Twilight Ruins free for Scower. This is also one of the biggest maps. But yeah, there was a reason why we have 2 bans and then we have 2 picks and not just AB, AB until the end. So that you can't just dodge all big maps or all small maps.
That is a sign of a pro tournament organizer, everybody. Whenever you see a map pick and ban process that does ban, pick, ban, you know, those are pros. I mean, the Dach Inferno is using it, War 3 Champions Finals, and now Don't Rush Me Cup. You'll never see it anywhere else. It makes so much sense, man. I'm really curious why people didn't apply this earlier. I mean, of course, you don't end up with like the 3 fairest. But that also adds a little bit of spice. You can give character to the maps. It is, I think, also way more important this way because your opponent can't just ban every map that is uncomfortable. And yeah, maps make a lot of the balance in this game. Doesn't matter if it's 1-on-1, 2-on-2, don't rush me whatsoever. And some of the more extraordinary or more, what's the word? More extreme maps have a reason to be in the pool, and you can apply your playstyle to it. I love what you're doing here with the pick and bans.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I tried to put a lot of thought into everything here. And we are down to 3 maps, and it seems also very important to Scower to not ban the wrong map here. I think Frozen Marshlands is a good ban for Scower, as it's only 1 lap, hard to perform a strong bat lane.
Juggernaut done as well, as it is rather straightforward. I think with bats you want more room for exploration. Is it maybe too simple to go for bat lane? Is it too readable?
Yeah. Like, Scower was the inventor of bat lane in first place. He invented this strategy, if you can call it like this. I mean, this mode doesn't have a big history. But yeah, then other guys also played it, improved it. And yeah, at one point, like, Scower practiced a lot with Trunks, and at one point it just didn't work anymore, the bat lane against Trunks. Because also Trunks spent a lot of time thinking about how to counter it. So yeah. Let's see if he tries it once, maybe. It's also an option. And if it fails hard, then he just moves on to another strat. But yeah, against Trunks, he then started to play standard, so I'm not sure yet what to expect. So same game name, you're here, nice. And we have the starting map. What was it now?
Monsoon.
Monsoon.
Okay, right. While you set this up, I know this is always a little stressful, especially with the little barrier we have right now for the Russian players. We always have to rush a little bit to get this done. Today is the last day where you can vote us as the best non-mainstream streamer of the year, and especially since we got like 1,000 viewers right now. Please, all you need is to enter to put a check mark next to the Back to Warcraft thingy here in the list. Enter your Discord or Instagram handle and vote. We got exactly 6 hours. So at midnight, this closes and we can't do anything about the result anymore. Today is the last chance. If you voted earlier, you might be able to do this again. Every week you had one vote. Exclamation mark award links you to the straw poll. It would mean a lot of to us if we could win this award 3 times, and it's catching dust here in my apartment. With that said, we have the game started. This is the upper bracket final. The winner goes into the playoffs directly, and I don't have our overlay working. That sucks. Do we want to go Flow TV maybe? But that could desync. Or we just go with the regular Blizzard overlay. That's also fine. Let's go Blizzard overlay. I had a desync already. I don't want this again.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, Sonic asks for the map. So yeah, small order things, and then I'm there.
Easy. We can tell you that we are on Monsoon. The score is 0-0. Dise might be the better one-on-one player, but Scower is the better two-on-two player. And now these guys, two-on-two FFA players, so these are clashing now. Dise has some FFA experience, so he knows what to do. Scower was also very, very good in our Dach Inferno, almost made playoffs. But of course, not compatible. So 2 styles clashing for sure. We open up with Demon Hunter on Dise on the right-hand side. We see Scower with the Blade Master on the right-hand side. So this is the expected openers. Maybe there was some wiggle room here for like Tinka with rockets, for maybe a fast Panda for AoE. But we don't seem to be too concerned about that yet. Everybody was terrified of Bat Riders when this tournament started, and then after like 2 days, Moon showed, hey, bats are not a free win. We can beat this. Hippos can be good against this if everything else is coming together as well. It's not easy, but it surely is doable. Requires a lot of multitasking, of course, as always, as you have to check where the bats are coming and you gotta be there at the right time. But also decision making. How many bats can I tank? How many hippos do I need? How many bats does my opponent have? So there's a lot of information required for both players. But as always, the first 11 minutes and 20 seconds is no rush. You can't cross the middle of the map. And so a lot of room to explore towards the left-hand side. And of course, expansions. You have to find the balance here. How many expos? What army? When to go for army? How to creep? Where to creep? Both start with rings. Save a little bit of HP. Tech running. And we got supporters here as well. Thank you, Dr. Jones. Y'all are the best. Oh.
Much love as always, Neo.
Thank you, Doctor. Were these maps specifically created for the game mode? Paste, my dear. The maps are FFA maps. They existed before, but the middle line and the triggers, the coding behind it, were specifically created for this mode. So, yeah, lots of work going into this. Rulers probably has the name of the person that came up with the triggers, because I have a shot brain and I can't remember names, especially Dise is losing the H1 war. Oops.
Yeah, the name of the creator of the triggers is Flame of Change.
Shout out.
He is also in the quests in the F9 under credits.
Oh, I did not see that.
So yeah,
Nice.
the credits to him. And yeah, also shout outs to Cage for being very nice to me when it comes to uploading these maps, and 10 different versions of one map, because there was always something not working afterwards. So yeah, thanks so much for the patience. And yeah, so there have been a lot of people involved in this entire project. Of course, also Godfather for all the invites. As I said in, I think, the first stream, I didn't plan this tourney to be as big. I wanted to have some FFA players, a lot of FFA players play against like tier 2 solo players at best. And then, yeah, every day I just saw like, yeah, Moon confirmed, Brotherite is in, and all of these things. And then I was like, oh no. Like, if all these guys are in, it has to be perfect. Like, and one thing led to the next, and here we are, and it's great, and everything is already paying off for me personally, and I hope you also enjoy.
Hell yeah, I'm hyped about this. And of course, none of this would be possible ever. That goes for every competition you ever see in Warcraft 3. Without the people of War 3 Champions, without them, we wouldn't be able to host, even Russia versus Germany would be hard. Can't even think about getting like Say-So in from New Zealand, or getting the Koreans in.
Right, in Belnet.
Exactly. For people who weren't here, Soin had issues with War 3 Champions on the day he had to play, and there was no possible solution. And Sheik is already on the very, very, very eastern side of Russia, and then think about like Moscow versus Korea. It wouldn't be possible. So the backbone of competitive Warcraft, if you have a buck or two, we have to pay all these servers, of course, for War 3 Champions. On the homepage, there's means to support them. And if you have want to be a helping hand as at the War 3 Champions project, you can definitely reach out to Kovacs as well, as we are pretty stretched thin currently around War 3 Champions. Shout out to them.
Alright, so we see a TP here now to this expansion. So this expansion was built at night, where the rogues also don't wake up. So after it finished, they woke up, and now Scower TP's there after he did everything he wanted on the right-hand side of the map, getting the Shredder. And we see reveal here already used. 3 reveals by Dise, so he wants to know, is it Bestiaries, is it Spirit Lodge? And he builds the Spirit Lodge into the reveal. So this is... I'm not sure if this is a bait, but it doesn't look like he's gonna cancel it. So we don't see bad lane.
Interesting. Okay, maybe a little sigh of relief from Dise. Like, oh, god damn, not another macro game like this. Way too stressful. We can actually fight. But yeah, Orcs can shine then with the Tri-Hero. More like straight up fights. Blade Master a little under-equipped, unfortunately, from Scour's perspective. No claws yet, just a little bit of attack speed. Big red numbers aren't that big. I don't even know if we have a marketplace here to help. Don't think so.
Yeah, so nice macro by Scower, but it definitely feels like Dise is also not a stranger to macro games. Look at this, he has 3 expansions fully saturated already. And Scower only getting up his 3rd soonish. So the eco game goes to Dise?
I guess so. It is interesting with the Orcs. I feel like how they approach this matchup. I think we've seen everything from 1 to 4 expansions.
Yeah, totally right. Totally right. And yeah, I still don't know the sweet spots, like what is best. But I think fast 2 expansions is a must for everyone. I don't think that there is any excuse to not build fast 2 expansions.
Dise on talents for now, plus Dryad Bears, maybe Chimeras as well. We got Witch Doctors, there it is, Chimera Roost confirmed. And then looks like Shaman Headhunters, right? Plus the occasional Witch Doctor for healing and scouting.
Yeah, exactly. We see also the TC now with a tiny Great Hall, so this is gonna be a 4th expansion for Scower. So he's gonna engage and embrace the macro game. Interesting, interesting.
Am I misremembering? I don't think I've seen too many Orcs go Serpent Wards during the creep phase.
Yeah, this is a Scower specialty, I guess.
Ah.
I know that he's always doing it. I'm not sure if he's retraining then, I think so. At least we thought it would make sense to retrain to Hex at one point, because the hero focus is just too strong, or very strong. So at the moment the TC is holding on to his tiny Great Hall, not sure if intentional. We're gonna see. Scower already has 4 expansions, by the way, like is building the 4th, so this tiny would be the 5th now, and yeah, he's going for 5 expansions.
Crazy! Oh my! Yeah, that economy game is clearly going to score, but we've also seen, like, it's not like you got these expos and then you win. This also means that his army will be less optimized, as 5 gold mines mean 20 peons, means a max of, I don't know, 70 food?
So yeah, this is 6 base, so 6 base is actually 30 peons just to saturate, plus double shredder is 38 supply. 38 supply just in economy. Then the 3 heroes makes it 53, and if you go over 80, so you have 27 army supply to be on 80, and once you are above 80, you are mining less than 3 expansions on 80.
Yeah, that's very greedy. Maybe he's not saturating all of them, just to have them.
Yeah, this also I think can be good if you have the resources. So step 1, creep the gold. Step 2, make an expansion on all the gold. Step 3, mine all the gold.
Yeah, exactly. Nice little trick here by Scower as he pulled the middle. Right before the no rush rule is over. There is Dise. Dise is waiting.
Dise is already... Yeah. Oh, this is not good for Scower. He would love to get this at least perch. He needs a perch. There's the perch. Okay, so at least he gets the... it's not the big item, I think, is it? There is a crown. Yeah, he doesn't have the crown. So the crown is on the Dark Wizard. But it's only 3 heroes, so okay, he is fine. He has a lot of... Oh, Chimeras are coming now, but they will be a little bit late, and the Fetter Storm to start the fight is never good.
Love that it's still the term after all these years. Haven't seen this guy play ever, but I know about the Fetter Storm. So, Kodo down, Riju saves the Keeper. Chimeras are so good right now, and usually one of the early counters to Chimeras is Hex, but he didn't have Hex.
Yeah, you're right. This is looking like Dise vs Inspired game 1. But his first fight goes heavily towards Dise. But look at the bank, 3.5k. Okay, he needs to macro up, and he's doing now. Okay. Now the Blade Master needs to work overtime.
Yeah,
he's looking a little bit squishy, but he has the big potion of restoration.
Not the big red numbers right there, as we said, 130 only. A little bit of crowd control. Shadowhunter is dearly missed. Will be out for a little bit. Oh, there's an item on the ground. Whoopsie, that could have gone bad. But in the end, Scower holds, and this expo is still up, and the army is here. Yeah, he lost the Shadowhunter. That is unfortunate. But overall, this could have been way worse.
Yeah, Shadowhunter loss, of course, painful, but we know... Look, taking a look at the gold count and the minimap, the econ game is still on Scower.
It's even worse because Dise exactly is at 93.
Yeah. But nice little pickups here for Scower. There's no Shaman for Perch though, this would be very good. And we see adjustments from Dise already having double staff here. That's good. Okay, but yeah, Scower needs to go into high upkeep. Otherwise, yeah, he will have way too little army supply.
Nice little pickups as well, as you say, down to the blade. No invul, no healing with the Shadowhunter. If Dise does, yeah, focus on the Blade Master. Exactly, there's barely anything to save him. Shadowhunter might actually come back. I mean, it is on the battlefield, but might join the fight now. Blade hurt, so hurt.
Oh, Scroll of Restoration was big, and now also the TP. Okay, nice micro here by Scower. I really like this fight now. Dise 92 supply. He's 5k gold down, but of course Scower needs to hold and produce.
Yeah, exactly. Production tab still relatively empty. Witch Doctors won't help you much in the fight.
Two bears, took out the peons in the gold mine in the meantime.
Well, I don't think gold is at the moment too
Exactly.
problematic.
And the amount of production facilities worry me more for Scower at the moment. He needs to TP here with a half health Blade Master into 99 supply. I guess they are not here yet, but the Blade Master needs to be careful. Also the Shadow Hunter has the second TP though. Fairy Dragon, big damage here.
Forced into the TP right away. At least he gets the Chimera, but I gotta say, these Fairy Dragons also, against all the casters, is so good.
Oh, there's a breath ready. There should be a breath ready. But the TP is forced. Breath in the wrong direction. Oh. Okay, this is now breathing room for Scower. He didn't lose an expansion. 2 bears. These bears killed another 5 peons, but will now fall.
Scower got a pump! You got a pump, brother!
Yeah.
He got the resources, he just doesn't have the presence of mind. The production is still, like, it's not doing anything.
Yeah, Dise is permanently in high upkeep, broke, and Scower, he's going for the second attack upgrade.
He's rebuilding peons and the attack upgrade, yeah.
He needs more gold.
Maybe that
Okay,
will
but
find
Dise gives him the room to recover, I think, because he's going towards the expansion, and yeah, this is what I said, he needs to creep the space now. And this is a lot of time now for Scower to finally build an army. He still doesn't build any unit. Okay, finally we go.
Okay, back to 80 we are. Production tab full. Yeah, this is something to everybody who didn't watch our Inferno finals. We did some interviews with our contestants, and Kevin especially said, sometimes, you know, micro is not that important if you save 1 unit, but I build 2 at the same time. I'm still ending up with more units than you, and then I win the fight, and that was exactly what happened here in the last fight.
Yeah, now we have a Chimera harassment, very nice, and Dise is staying at 80 now, and you can see, as soon as Dise is on 80, he will catch up in gold. And Scower, it's just so greedy. He needs more. Crown of Kings is now on the Blade Master, that helps. But he loses 3 expansions now here for sure. No, he TPs. Okay, good luck.
Really? No buffs just yet? 3 Chimeras hard to come by.
Yeah, he only has ground, so this is very nice spacing here.
You know what's funny? Okay, now it's gone, unfortunately. But a Great Hall gives you 11 supply, right? So the orc supply numbers are a bit odd. I've never seen 95 supply for an orc. This is the first time for me because of 5 expansions.
Okay, the Blade Master defense against the Chimeras, at least he tries. I think he needs to repair still. Okay, he does now. Okay, Dise is putting on the pressure. He needs to build, produce, go into high upkeep. The FFA player greets.
That's really nuts. I mean, he has 6k, he can survive. He can buy 9 tiny Great Halls if these exposed fall. Wyvern now.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
Okay, he's back to the expansion.
Ooh, double crit! Jesus! All of a sudden, the Town Hall survives on 30 HP.
Okay, that's good. Okay, nice the shredder. Okay, bottom left expansion might fall now. For Scower, but yeah, he needs to pump. Okay, finally he built some. He builds demolishers into only Chimera production.
Yeah, that's... I mean, when we said you gotta pump, we didn't mean catapults. You know Scower a little better than I. I'm skeptical.
Yeah, me too, me too. Level 6 Blade Master though. He is just ignoring Dise here for now. And he's still on Serpent Wards. Okay, keep in mind that the army of Dise is bottom left. Okay, one Wyvern took out the Chimera, so this was the purpose of this Wyvern. Still so much gold. Use it.
Bit overwhelmed here. Blade Master is getting better, has some crazy attack speed. Wyvern was taken out by the Hippo, so there's a counter to the counter. And with the first Metamorph, we'll also see this Great Hall fall.
Yeah, Dise slowly taking the eco lead.
Yeah, from 5 bases versus 3 to 3 bases versus 5.
Okay, one bear donation, I guess. Nope. Slow. Okay, we see a TP here for this red Chimera.
I mean, he can't afford the TP.
Okay, fair point.
Great Halls restored as well, as now we get Mountain Giant upgrades. Might be the late game army then, might just be prep, might just be, you know, achievement.
And oh my god, we get another 2 demolishers.
Yeah, that ain't it, buddy. There's not even a ground unit to attack with. It's only about buildings, I guess. Here we go. Big fight with the Headhunters against the Chimera. This could be great XP for Scower. You gotta pay a little attention. Shadow!
The fights don't look too bad.
That's right.
Production could be improved. Okay, finally we get Berserker's production.
Heal Ward's so good when you only watch one-on-one. You never see them, but if you see Heal Wards in action, it's a beauty.
Blade Stomp over the Wisps! But it worked, okay.
Oh boy, okay. TC provides movement speed aura, of course. Now level 5. These Orc heroes are getting scary.
Yeah, but bottom left, the Shredder took care of this entire base. Pretty much. These little moves will add up.
TC almost dead. Reveal. Nuke. With the mana burn kill. Okay, no more aura. Might try to go for the counter kill. SH as well. The invo potion only on the Blade, who is of course the most important hero. But he needs his support to really shine. Panda can clean up this Headhunter backline in no time.
Damn, Scower, you are in no upkeep, but please don't get too greedy now. You should produce.
Oh, hero peon! The peon killed the Shredder with the last hit. Amazing. Paul, you will be dining good tonight. Sorry, that was very heroic. It won't turn the outcome of the game, but a peon winning a one-on-one against the Shredder is not something you see every day.
So yeah, I mean, Dise 96 supply, no resources, and for Scower it's the opposite, even though he just tabbed 2 heroes. Finally, Scower, I think for the first time, will cross this side of the map, but I'm not sure for how long.
Yeah, maybe he regrets not going bats now.
And he has so few production buildings. 1 beastery against Mass Chimera.
Yeah, that's not optimal, I would say.
And now the Demolishers pay off.
Scower has no TP if the Blizzard overlay is correct. His base is toast.
Yep, it's unfortunately correct for him. Needs to get here 2 buildings before the fortress falls. Somewhere else. Oh, I guess he only just realized himself that there is no TP.
There's a shop he could go to. But yeah, he can't TP home anymore, so whatever, let it fall.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him that he gets a little bit overwhelmed by all this macro now. Dise did very well in asking so many questions. Like here, there's another AP. There's the Shredder.
Dise taking it to the next level with the constant harasses. Scower spread himself very, very, very thin, and he's getting punished for it hard. This is kind of the Dise that we wanted to see all along. This Dise is a threat to everybody in the playoffs.
Yep, for sure.
But then, of course, also you're only able to play as good as your opponent allows it to. And Inspired was asking a lot more questions than Scower did this game. So, focus fire on the Shadow Hunter once again. Always the weakest link. We've seen this many times. You can just click on things and it pops. And so does the dream of Scower on map 1. I think he only has to blame himself for this, unfortunately, as there was too much gold and too little production, and that decided the game.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, Dise was on way lower economy, but permanently in high upkeep. And Scower had this 5k gold, but never in high upkeep.
And Lelu agrees with me, so that is a statement that is now universally true. And of course, pleases me a lot. Yeah, not the greatest start for Scower, but recently we've seen that a map can determine a lot, and some players also take some time to get online to adjust to their opponent. I mean, you don't really need a warm-up in the second round, but there was a little break before this game. I think lots of potential for Scower to play better.
Yep, that's for sure.
For sure is also that a Prime sub is a very welcome way to support the channel. If you have your Twitch account connected to your Prime account, you have 1 free sub per month. And we are, of course, very glad if you spend it on us. Just 2 clicks away. All the support is much appreciated. Back to warcraft.com/support. Subs, memberships, donos, Patreon, merchandise, all up for grabs. And you allow us to do what we love to do, and that is bringing you hours and hours and hours of Warcraft content every single day. And hopefully that stays this way. Now, waiting for Dise to get into game. Twilight Ruins, a very different map compared to Monsoon. A lot bigger, a lot more room. Surely understandable that this is the Scower pick, I would say.
Yeah, and I'm curious whether he's gonna go for Bedlam now, as this is a big map, or is if he still prefers the macro build.
Off we go. This time overlay will be working. Sorry for that technical hiccup. I joined the game too fast and then the Warcraft API wasn't ready. Mea culpa. Rulas, yesterday I was very hungry and you said go for some snacks. Yesterday I had no snacks, but today I got groceries. So I will leave you with the early game until I ate 2 whole cookies.
Wow. Yeah, that seems like a long time, but you have 11 minutes and 3 seconds left, to say the least. So yeah, go for it. Speedrun. Yeah, not the easiest time for me as a caster now, as we have a break after 5 seconds, so not too many exciting things happened. in these first 10 seconds. But yeah, game will continue. And we're gonna see where this first wisp is gonna move. Most likely towards the first expansion. There we go, Ancient of War is building. This looks a little bit close to the expansion. These creeps are very aggressive, but nope, there was no aggression triggered. So you always have to ask yourself, like, did Dise prepare for all 11 maps in the pool? Or maybe he skipped some of them, maybe some of the least played maps. But this looks all good so far. And what is very interesting to me personally, I've seen, I think, 3 practice games of Dise against Orc. And he always went for Keeper, Alchemist, and Podem. And so far we only see Demon Hunter, Panda, Keeper. So this is an interesting adjustment, as he was also doing very fine with the Keeper first strategy. I'm not sure why this is now exactly the case. Maybe he thought more about the mode during this last month. Maybe he got inspired by Trunks. Who knows? We're gonna see. And also very standard Blade Master first opening, Headhunters for Scower. I unfortunately didn't see the games between Scower and Sonik. Scower 1-2-0, and they played on 2 big maps. So one of them was also Twilight Ruins, the map that we see here. But I didn't see the game itself, which means I don't know whether he went for a macro game or a bet lane build. And this is gonna be very interesting now to figure out what he does on a map like this. We see also now a Wisp moving south for Dise, so probably already the second expansion. That's gonna be ordered soon. Yeah, here on this map we see, as pretty much always, the first expansion kind of close to your main base. And the second one is a little bit more awkward to reach. You have to go through the center of the map a little bit in order to reach it. Also, you always have to take a look at the clock. We see now 3 minutes in-game time, which means 2 more minutes for the Shredder. So if you wanted to go for 2 expansions before the Shredder, you most likely should already be on the way. We see the Tree of Life now getting built towards the second expansion. Before the tech even. Okay, so he goes for 2 expansions before tech this time. So far I think we always saw expansion, tech, expansion. So yeah, this time we have double expansion before the tech, and yeah, as this is taking time for the tree to build, we are gonna see the lab first. Okay, he's going for the merchant even before. So we now have merchant into lab here, and then into the second expansion here. So this all, I think, also makes a lot of sense. Whereas on the other side of the map, everything is a little bit slower. First expansion on its way. Tech is also started. And Scower has now 1 minute left for the Shredder. So this is not enough time to creep the second expansion and still have the best timing for the Shredder. So it's gonna be a little bit of a delayed Shredder for him, in favor of the second expansion, where we see the peon already moving too. And 30 seconds still left on the clock for the Shredder, and Dise is already there. So this seems a bit too quickly for my taste to be there, because the Shredder is also a very nice tool to creep. He soaks up a lot of damage and saves you Moonwill juice for the elf. And now he might even have to wait a little bit. Where is he going? So the Demon Hunter is moving towards the Merchant. What did he forget? He already has boots and staff. Oh, he sells the Scroll of the Beast. That seemed very urgent to him.
Everything is optimized. Need more wisps. Need to spend gold. That's at least what won him the game. Spending his gold.
Okay, so healed up on the Moonwells, now staffed back. The tree is already up here in the meantime for the second expansion, but still without Nature's Blessing, very slow, so he takes the green camp on his way. And then he's gonna start progressing on the second expansion, talking about which Scower is now already building. But of course, for Dise, it's also finished.
Well, 5 minutes. We're at halftime for the preparation phase. So far, no Makruras got a kill, which is nice. Or no creep got a kill in general. It's so far rather streamlined, I would say. Rather normal. No mass expansions. No shenanigans. No heroes that we didn't expect. So it's not about execution again.
Yeah, and it's hard to get mass expansions out on this map because they are very far apart from each other. And they are also orange camps, so you just can't just creep it with like one hero and 2 headhunters or so. So yeah, Dise is already getting up his third expansions in the north. So he's doing a great job in getting up a lot of expansion, I'd still say. And tier 3 is now also on the way for both players. So they both seem to have nicely prepared for this map as well, even though it's one of the least played maps so far.
Alright, good to see that we even prepared for lower frequently played maps. Dise this time not losing the Ancient of War, even though the Skeletal Grunt is pretty strong. Regen is stronger. Don't want to get the last hit in. There we go. Blade Master inventory again, not overwhelming as we've seen, for example, with Ina yesterday. That was a monster. Not this time, but as I say it, he gets the first claw. Okay, the numbers are getting bigger.
Yeah, claws +5, nothing too crazy yet. But when it comes to the red spots, yeah, items should be very important. And we see again Serpent Wards first for the Shadow Hunter. Scower specialty. And the second shredder for Dise now very far in the north. And he doesn't have a staff of preservation. So shredder needs to move a bit. He even joins the creeping. Also fine.
You might not find the claw +5 too impressive, but if you crit, the claw +5 turns into a claw +20. Ever thought about that?
Smart.
I can do ×4. I'm a genius.
Yeah, the genius is also maybe Scower with taking a look at the production. This time we see double bestiary, to say the least. And another peon now moving south. Okay, so again, Scower seems to get the 4th expansion already. And we all know what happens when the Dise will arrive.
Well,
time for the tiny.
Time for the tiny. On the other side, Dise also seems to be ready, going Chimeras. His build order very, very streamlined, pretty identical to what we've seen before. 4 bases also fine. Shadowhunter makes some progress. TC still needs some time. Wonder if we see a keeper again, but should basically be the standard. So 2 minutes and then you gotta be ready.
Yeah, this is unfortunately something a lot of us FFA players do. Forget 1 pass and 1 peon for your expansions. And we see Liquid Fire. I'm not sure if there was already a reveal by Dise. And if not, he might think that Scower is just going for the same thing again. Whereas in reality, it's something totally different. Like you have to play totally different in Dice's shoes in order to be able to defend this. But so far, only 2 histories.
The foundation is pretty similar, right? You just have to go heavier on Ancients of Wind.
Yes, and you need... Okay, he's getting double armor upgrade, that's good. So yeah, more Ancient of Winds, I think, and also like at least 2 Ancient Protectors on each of your expansions, I would even say. Otherwise, these expansions are so far apart from each other that it's hard to defend all of them without some stationary defense. But we see both kind of broke, so nice macro, and Scower 63 out of 64.
38 seconds, or 35 now. Nobody is willing to rush. Yo, Ghost, thank you for the sub. Baited you into this one and it worked. Oh, yeah. And yeah, will Dise be ready or not is the question. He should be. I mean, we were all surprised that Scower wasn't doing this before. And I think Dise also knows that mass bats were kind of the norm going into this. So the curveball was already presented on map 1. Everybody expected bats here, I think.
Yeah, but looking at the production, Mountain Giants don't really look like the unit you want to build against bats. Where the headhunters?
Not ideal.
So yeah, this is a bit of a blunder, it looks like. No reveal. And now he saw 2 bats with the Wisp, I guess, if he looked. But that's also not the biggest tell yet. And Scower is already there. Dise on the other hand as well, but we have... Oh wow, also 4 expansions by Dise. So 4 expansions against 5. Trading 1-to-1 favors Scower.
Why does it favor Scower?
Sorry?
Why does it favor Scower if you trade 1-for-1?
Yeah, because Scower has 5 expansions and Dise has 4 expansions. So if the trade expansions 1-for-1, then eventually Dise will have less.
Correcto. As long as we don't break upkeep into high upkeep or something, that stands true. Mountain Giants can be a great harass tool, I guess, but yeah, you gotta stop production immediately. Love to split up bats to the south, so they are taking care of an expansion as well. Blade Master can basically deal with an entire base by himself, get some support. And we gotta come up with some solutions to the Chimeras. We kind of have a base race.
Yeah, Dise tries to take out 2 bases at the same time, so does Scower with the bats. But yeah, so far it's not successful because Scower doesn't have reinforced defenses, so the Oro actually is better against the siege damage of the Chimeras.
Oh, nice.
And Scower is not the main base of Dise, and this is always where the TP is forced pretty much, because you don't want to trade an expansion for a main. It's just a question when, and yeah, he's gonna trying to take out this expansion. Okay, the Chimeras stay out of range of the TP, so they will be still there, taking out bases. And this is a very small army for Dise, I think, at the moment it looks like.
Yeah, and still not willing to fight it, because the levels are good, I think. Chimeras already with that second base, but yeah, we got 3 bases versus 3 now. Is everything saturated? 1-4 out of 5, but the rest is even terms then.
Yeah, and very good move by Dise, by the way, to leave these Chimeras out of TP range, because now they can get rid of this expansion, or at least put on pressure. And they have 3 armor upgrades, which means that you need 3 bats for 1 Chimera. And this is not an efficient trade. Now there are 5 bats here, but Dise is splitting. So 5 bats against... didn't even kill 2 Chimeras. It's not ideal. And yeah, only 1 expansion was protected with Ancients. Oh, but Scower can't kill this expansion, can he? No.
Nice hold by Dise. Getting quite a bit ahead now. This was also a lot of supply, of course, thanks to bats. Again, if you detonate bats, you get the experience of stuff you kill, but your opponent doesn't get the experience of bats you detonate. It's kind of a deny in that regard. So maybe hero levels will carry Scower?
Yeah, that's one hope that he has, I guess. Dise is kind of broke, so he can't really rebuild too many expansions, I think. In the bottom right there's one that gets up again. Now here the bats get intercepted by hippogriffs. And I think Scower doesn't realize, but he has to. Or maybe he's greedy. Okay, this is now a fine trade, 2 bats for 2 Hippogriff.
Supply still even. Level lead currently still on Dise, but we'll see for how long. Scower fairly rich. If he wanted to, could go for a tiny building
here.
normal one.
Yeah, Scower is going again for the main base, so he just wants to force the TP over and over again, but this is not gonna play to his advantage, because as we can see, Dise is getting back to 4 expansions, whereas Scower is just rebuilding the 3rd, but losing one on the other side.
He does have a
Now
TP.
Only the demon, yeah.
Only the demon. As if that isn't hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. With 5 Moonwells, he can buy so much time, and you can't really do so much. Oh, okay, he's surrounded.
Can he not reach the Moonwells? No, I don't think he can. No staff. Oh my god, that was on cooldown. A Demon Hunter blunder opens up the door wide for Scower once again, if he has the multitasking to clobber down Dice's 4 expansions.
Yeah, now that's very scary for Dise, because he also kept the Chimera behind again to take this expansion out. Okay, but Demon Hunter back from the tavern, and now soaking up the last bit of moon juice.
Keeper dead. There was the staff. There was the auras. Panda is also now here. No staff available. An Invu potion on the demon. That is super good. If only he had a rejuve.
Yeah. Keep in mind what Neutron said yesterday. Crazy mode, 1 mistake and you lose. Was this Demon Hunter loss here the mistake that loses him the game? We'll see.
Well, he lost way more than that against the Inspired and still won the game. But that Panda worries
Hunter
me.
is out of health, out of mana, so no hex. He would love to have a hex here. Boots on the Panda, and yeah, this looks like a defense very, very closely.
He kills the Shadow Hunter because he has balls of steel. Turns around with that Invo potion, is so safe, doesn't even need it, steps away. Super well done with the breath. And just like that, Dise has a 20 food lead.
20 foot lead and 1 expansion up. This tree doesn't want to entangle the gold mine though.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's too far away. Social distancing.
When the orb is on the TC, I'm not sure for how long this is.
I guess he wanted to fight air units in one of the fights. Also, no dispel from any shaman, and if you don't hit the unit with Reju, then the Reju goes through fully.
Oh, now Blade Master popping the invul, okay.
Uh-oh. There's a TP on the Shadow Hunter. TC's inventory is full, as you say. Blade Master level 6, alright, but Scower is just suffering in these fights, and there's not even too much to detonate these bats on anymore.
Yeah, exactly. These bats would be way better positioned at the expansions of Dise. Only one of them is fortified. Nah, 2, I guess. But there would be holes in the defense of Dise. But yeah, Scower is trying to get back to even bases. He's now 3 versus 4. But unfortunately, he lacks workers in 2 of those 3 expansions. It's understandable, it's very stressful. And now we might have the final engagement that Scower doesn't want to take, of course. Again, bats into the chimeras don't look too efficient.
Turn around, kill him, kill him! Oh, Chimera saved. And again, yeah. The Shadow Hunter is just like, it's just the victim of the past 2 days. He's just getting pummeled.
Yeah, Scower closing the supply gap a bit, I guess. But still, it doesn't look good here, this in-game state. Started good, as I thought that Dise had the wrong army and the wrong counter.
Yeah, nice adjustment. Also, this one mountain giant was kinda nice. It was roaming, attacking some expansions. Not sure if worth it, but at least he got some value off of it.
Still no orb on the Blade Master, by the way. This is painful.
Player's forces are under attack.
Every hit could be a purge otherwise. Well, there might be a lower bracket chance for Scower. Inspired and Sonik are playing there, with Inspired being the big favorite.
Yeah, definitely. And bats are now in the south protecting this expansion. But yeah, Dise is getting up more bases again.
Players' forces are under attack.
Looks like your FFA player is losing against my one-on-one player again in the upper bracket.
Yeah. You also cheer if Bayern München wins against St. Pauli?
I will never ever cheer for Bayern München. I will always cheer for Scower. But that was just too obvious to do. Shadowhunter unfortunately did. Still fighting with that Demon Hunter level 6, with that Blade Master level 6, hoping for some crits, but Dise is just clobbering down one expo after the next again.
Yeah, we finally see some counter pressure by Scower, taking out 1 tree, but there are still 4 mining bases. Taking a look at the gold, it's just such a nice inflow of money.
The rich always get richer. Fuck this capitalism.
Yeah.
Dise could just give him some gold, you know? Put some items on the ground. Help him out. I don't have the creativity to come up with a play that saves Scower. Dise is going to 100 with a lot of talents as well. So we got Master Training and Cyclone against an army that has 0 Dispel.
Yeah, this is not desperation, honestly. It's... Yeah. It's already thinking about the lower bracket, how he's gonna approach it, I guess. I mean,
You think?
nothing,
That's a very
there's
good
just nothing left for him here.
cast
in
a
this game.
sentence to say. Maybe he wants some crits. Maybe he wants some fun. But yeah, this is very tricky.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, maybe he just wants a fluent transition to the weekly final. Where he needs to still stall like 5 minutes.
I mean, we have seen Scower in the craziest situations, teamed 3 against 1 for like an hour in an FFA, and then all of a sudden he explodes and breaks the contain and wins that game. This all happened, but maybe that was FFA and not timer one-on-one.
Yeah, maybe that was when these Phoenix had fortified armor.
that was a game that was played. Yes, that was fun.
Alright, victory lap here for Dise. I guess he's also happy that this play day comes to an end. As I know from 1 month ago where he said after 2 games, sorry, I'm out of energy. Can't play the 3rd anymore.
Damn.
So yeah, these games are very draining and Dise is through as rank 1 in this group. Congratulations.
Dude, nice. It was a group where we couldn't really predict immediately who's gonna be the winner. Didn't know between Dise and Inspired and Scower who really the best player is. But if you just exclude game 1 against Inspired, I think Dise played rather clean, good prep, good strategy. It all worked. It all came together. And the deserved winner of this. And that also means that we know who his opponent is, because Dise is in Group F and he's going through first. And then we look at the playoffs. Seiso, Moon, Lawlight, Ina. Walk 3 Orc Hero, and the opponent of Dise is gonna be Dise. Good luck, brother Dise.
Yeah, good luck, TV. Yeah, this is gonna be a cool game without any lames, I would say. Undead versus Night Elf. I don't think that there are too many options to do that. So yeah, cool. Very nice playoff round here. First playoff round pairing is finally set. And I take a look at the Liquipede and I see Sonik leads 1-0 against Inspired.
Really?
Damn, this is unexpected to me.
Alrighty. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to switch over to the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup monthly finals now with Carson. I don't know if anyone else is streaming it. Otherwise, every game is available for free on Flow TV. Sonik is streaming his game himself as well. And maybe Godfather is once. Oh, Sheik is streaming as well. Yeah, you'll probably find it somewhere. I'm just waiting for Carson to be ready. But yeah, tomorrow we'll definitely be back with the Don't Rush Me Cup, and tomorrow is the 1st of March, and tomorrow is a group that we're also super hyped for, because it is Starbuck, Sweeby, Still, and Wiz.
Oh yeah, man, Still versus Starbuck.
It has to happen.
I'm so ready.
It has to happen.
Yeah, it has to.
Alrighty, then I pass it over to Carson Rulers once again. Thank you for this awesome tournament, for your great insights. And chat, I hope you find a way to watch the rest of the game or watch Carson with the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup monthly final. We got Lucifer there, we got Chemico, we got Starbuck as well. We got Dise there as well. We got Death Note, we got Hawk, we got a stacked lineup. And hopefully you have a lot of fun with more Warcraft. So, we're back tomorrow. We see each other tomorrow. Vote for us. Last day. Early Game Awards. ! Award. Take care. Have fun.